Hi everyone, thanks again for watching. Simon Keeling here with your look ahead video, updated on Friday the 5th of December, and we've got the first of the Christmas forecasts from the JMA for you as well. So more on that in just a moment or two. Now, talk of weather bombs coming across the Atlantic over the next week or so. Nothing better than a bit of hype, is there, around the weather? I'll show you what they mean by that in just a moment, but it's nothing to be worrying about. This is the temperature forecast anomaly for the next 7 days, and you can see how it's staying cold, look, across northern parts of Canada, across much of Europe, and into Russia and into parts of Asia as well. So cool conditions predicted for the next week. And if we just take a closer look at Europe, you can see here, look, the UK and also much of Iberia across central parts of Europe into the west of Russia, also in blue colour, showing us those cooler than normal conditions, around 1 to 2 degrees Celsius below normal. The milder air all down in the southeastern parts of Europe here, all predicted to be for the next week. Now, these weather bombs, this is something that's being picked up on by the press in the US. This is the mean of the 500 millibar flow for the next 5 days. So this goes up to, well, actually it's from today through to Wednesday, midnight Tuesday going into Wednesday. And you see here this big ridge across the states. Look, it pushes down this cold air coming in from northern Canada, but there's also a cross-polar flow there, look. So we've got really cold air digging down across northeastern Canada, strengthens the jet across the Atlantic and into the UK, and we see a split effect here in the jet stream coming into the UK. So with the jet so strong, what they're trying to say is that you get lows spinning up within that jet that are deep and drag in cold air from the pole, which turns rain into snow. Now, it looks as if it is going to be staying cool and unsettled through the UK during the next week to 10 days. And I think we will see more snow across the Scottish Hills, Northern Ireland, probably into northern England, into the northern parts of Wales as well. But I don't really see any huge signs of winter. If we take a look at the next 5 days, so this is from the 10th, so this is going up from the 10th of December through to Monday the 15th. Even on this one, look, still got the jet stream in place, big ridge still across the states. There's that push of cold air trying to build this trough into Eastern Europe. Now, that is still a cool flow. So I think what the tendency is going to be is that next week, as troughs come through, which we're going to be seeing come through at 500 millibar, those troughs come through, they'll drag in ever cooler air. So there's going to be an increased risk of these showers turning wintry across Scotland and northern England, as well as parts of Wales and Ireland. So I think temperatures do take a tumble next week, although there will be some milder air just pushing in from time to time as well. Emphasis just on cool conditions. This was the forecast that we put out in November for this week in December, so from the 8th to the 15th. And probably it looks okay at the moment. Windy and unsettled, snow on the hills we'd gone for across many northern and western areas. Cool towards the east, not much rain. I think that's going to come true. Dry, frosty fog, cooler days down in the southeast. Well, I think less of a tendency for high pressure to be in there. So actually, I think probably what we're going to find is some outbreaks of rain, some showers down in the southeast, and cool as well. But kind of it's mostly there, although obviously when you're doing these long range forecasts, things do get refined. And the temperature forecast for the next 15 days, really the maximum temperature, which is the red line here, showing how temperatures remain fairly steady. Yes, there'll be cool days, yes, there'll be slightly milder days, but generally we're in cool conditions. Now, as far as the next few days go, you can see that cool weather coming in behind this front today as the winds went into the northwest. Showers to the north and the west as well. Through Saturday, fronts passing west through Scotland, taking some rain with them, most towards the north and the west, and also across much of northern and western Ireland. Drier down towards the south with sunny spells. Quite a crisp sort of wintry day in the south. Sunday sees another front passing southeast overnight, then a cool and breezy day with showers in the north and the west, some of them wintry at times, but drier towards the east and the south. Staying cool on Monday too, another front just clearing southeast overnight. Showers again around northern and western hills and coasts, again wintry on the hills. And then hints of some more unsettled weather just whisking its way eastwards during Tuesday, taking wind and rain with it. Then cooler and breezy into Wednesday, again with a risk of wintry showers, particularly across northern and western parts. but those showers on Wednesday do look as if they are probably going to be more widespread and probably penetrate further into the Midlands, southwest England and Wales. Now, as it's Friday, that means that the long range from the Japanese Met Agency is available. This is what it's showing us. This is week 1. So this is going up to next Thursday, the 11th of December. And it's showing us higher than normal heights look across many southern parts of the country. That's strong westerly flow. So it likes to see these ridges building into the south. And that ties in with other models as well that have got that westerly flow dominating, but a rather cool westerly flow with a jet stream across the Atlantic. Most of the rain always towards the west, less towards the east and the south, as we've discussed. And I think what's going to happen is those winds just change direction through the week, sometimes northwesterly and cooler, sometimes or colder, sometimes westerly and just cooler. So week 2 then, this goes from the 12th of December through to the 19th of December. And this one's showing, look, trying to get a tendency for a ridge building in the Atlantic, pushing that trough into Europe. This is the same that we saw on the CFS, that push of cold air coming in from the pole across northeastern parts of Canada, across Greenland, pushing into that jet, strengthening the jet and strengthening the trough across Europe as well. The effect of that is to try and get the winds into more of a northwesterly flow, so bringing cool conditions. But I think what's going to happen is this section here of that flow will push south, and later on in the week, I think what it will tend to do is to try and pull the flow more into a westerly. So it may just lift temperatures into milder conditions towards the end of that week. So this is the 19th, 20th time, perhaps even a little bit earlier. And then weeks 3 and 4, so this is from the 19th of December through the Christmas period and up until the 2nd of January. And this is the mean for that 2-week period, remember. And what it shows, look, is a trough trying to get back in through the UK with a ridge off towards the east. And I think what this is doing is it's going between this idea of those milder conditions coming through during the first part of this period. And I think that does take us up to Christmas. So we're not talking warm, we're talking just milder from where it will be by sort of 2 degrees or so. But then I think what it's trying to show as well is next, ridge building in the States, flow goes more into a northwesterly, perhaps Christmas Day itself or very close to Christmas Day, flow goes more into a northwesterly and we get showers and colder conditions returning. Showers falling as snow across Scotland, across northern England, across the northwestern parts of the country. So probably, if you want to put a bet perhaps on White Christmas, and believe me, this is entirely at your risk, it's probably more northern areas that you need to look for the risk of snow falling, although I think it's going to be a very close run thing. As I say, I think it could be that it's Christmas Day or just after Christmas Day that the conditions turn cooler. And then my feelings are the wind's getting more into a northerly post-Christmas and perhaps going into a cold end to the year and a cold start to 2015. But of course, that's an awful long way off and anything can change. As always, these videos are for your guidance, just to give you an idea as to what might happen. So I'm going to leave you with that for now. Don't forget that you can order my books and DVDs from the website. They're there and ready for you to get delivered in the next week or so. So I'll leave you with that for now, but whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching. Have a great weekend and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.